Every post is a signal. Give it fuel. BoostX, the social value layer.
The heart of America here. The decline of American manufacturing jobs is a serious concern, as many companies choose to move their operations overseas.
How did this dramatic income inequality happen on such a wide scale?
I have directed Secretary Connally to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold or other reserve assets.
The U.S. came off the gold standard August 15th, 1971, when Nixon closed the gold window. Since then, we've had floating exchange rates with the rest of the world.
The majority of Americans don't make enough money to cover some of the basic costs of living.
Every day is a struggle for me, but I still have to worry about where my next meal is coming from.
Even eggs has gone up to $5 or $6 per dozen.
It all began in November of 1910. The Federal Reserve System was conceived. But all these years, we've had something which most people have thought was a government operation of some kind or another.
It's not. What is it? It's a cartel.
There's been massive money creation in the US. When they create a lot of money, that devalues our buying power. And this has gone on to such an extent that 40% of all the money that's in existence in the US dollar was now created since the pandemic.
Here you go, guys. Let's play central bank, because it's even easier.
Good morning, my friends. It's your old pal PeaceLoveMusic with another episode of the Let's Go Good Morning Show, brought to you live by DeOrganized Media in partnership with our amazing friends at Bitcoin Live Decentralized Broadcasting. It is Tuesday, the 23rd of September, and that last clip was actually an error on my part. I don't know what that image what that video was actually from. It was cool, by the way. I thought it was something else, and I think it was from a different show on Bitcoin Live. So I apologize for that, especially for the tease to some of our guests in the background that are waiting to come on and chat. It's a friendly reminder. This is a news show providing news, information, some education, some entertainment, hopefully, but never financial advice. Always do your own research. Never invest money you cannot afford to lose. That being said, I'm going to show you guys the numbers for today. Let me get my little slow. It's a slow Tuesday. Seems like the whole space is a little bit slow today on this Tuesday. Take a look at the numbers. How do things look today? Bitcoin up over 113. That's cool. That just happened in the last 20 minutes to half an hour or so. So that's nice. Seeing Bitcoin back up over 113. Ethereum seeming stable again over $4,000. Where is Stacks at? Stacks holding on to that 60-cent price range. That's good. Dropping down, or actually holding on to 77. Number 77 by market cap on CoinMarketCap. Fear and Greed down to 40, guys. Down to 40. It's at the very bottom of neutral. And we'll see what happens on that front. Let's take a look at what's going on in the Stacks ecosystem. I like to go to Stacks Tools, stxtools.io. Check out what's going on with prices. I can go drop over to the tokens. See what's changed in the last 24 hours. Oh, SAI. Big rip on SAI. 47%. Leo's way up. Blocks. Duke. Well, we got a couple runners. And it's not all red, that's for sure. Not today. Some of these guys are red over the last 7 days, but it's a mix. And definitely some upward momentum starting to form maybe in the ecosystem. Let's take a look at what's going on in the news today. Oh, let me do... I'll tell you guys, it takes a lot to put all of this together. I know sometimes we make it look easy, and or our appearance makes it look like we maybe can't possibly be putting that much effort into it, but it does take some work to do all this. It really, really does. We put a lot of effort into this, and we hope you enjoy it. We really do. There's a lot of work that goes into it. This is a cool story, and by the way, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not sure I agree with Arthur Hayes. I would love to see this. But Arthur Hayes is predicting that Bitcoin BTC will go to 250K by December this year. That's a short period of time from now. Arthur Hayes, co-founder of BitMEX and CIO of Maelstrom. Oops, my stuff is freezing up. What's going on? Is it just this? No. All right. Hold on. CIO of Maelstrom forecasted Bitcoin could reach $250,000 by December 2025 during Korea Blockchain Week. We base this on expected liquidity expansion from U.S. policy shifts, including Fed rate cuts and looser Treasury actions under Trump. Looser Treasury actions under Trump, which he believes will trigger a money printing era. Hayes suggested liquidity, not just the 4-year halving cycle, will drive this market. 250K, I think, is unlikely, but I'm hopeful. I would love to see that happen. That would be fantastic. Just fantastic. US Treasury backs Argentina. US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent declared that all options are on the table to support Argentina's economy, which continues to face high inflation and peso volatility. Options include swap lines, direct currency purchases, and bond market interventions. The comments came ahead of meetings between President Milei and U.S. officials signaling deepening cooperation. While unusual for the Treasury, this level of support reflects the U.S.'s commitment to stabilizing Argentina's fragile financial system. Just use stacking DAO. If you know what that means, just do it. China halts RWA tokenization. This is interesting. The China Securities Regulatory Commission has reportedly asked brokerages to pause offshore tokenization of real-world assets in Hong Kong. While Hong Kong's regulators are accelerating digital asset frameworks, Beijing's directive highlights caution about potential capital markets risks tied to tokenized products. This move is seen as a cooling period rather than a permanent shift, but it underscores China's tight grip on financial innovation despite institutional demand for tokenized assets. It's interesting. We'll keep an eye on that. Pantera, Solana ETF could spark inflows. Pantera Capital believes Solana ETF could trigger massive institutional inflows, arguing that Sol remains under-owned by large investors. The firm points to Solana's high throughput, low fees, and growing ecosystem, including integrations by major firms like Stripe, as strong fundamentals. With U.S. regulators already greenlighting spot Bitcoin, Ethereum ETFs, Pantera sees a Solana product as a natural step that could further diversify institutional exposure. I think it's only a matter of time before it happens, personally. Solana does seem to be like the most logical ETF for me. I know a lot of people looking at XRP. Some people want Cardano. I do see some other options in the marketplace, but Solana seems like the logical next one. Thai police bust $15 million scam. Authorities in Thailand uncovered a fraud ring that stole $15 million from hundreds of Korean victims. The scheme relied on fake credentials, fabricated investment promises, and high return lures to attract victims across borders. Thai police worked with Korean officials to track down the operators, underlining the persistent global challenges of crypto fraud. The bust highlights the urgent need for better cross-border enforcement and consumer protections in the crypto sector. Part of the thing with crypto is you're responsible for what you do. We've kind of trained people to let the banks handle fraud, and if you use their credit cards or your debit cards on their digital network, they'll protect you if fraud happens. And that doesn't really exist in crypto the same way. Don't get me wrong, fraud is still a crime. It's not a separate entity where if fraud happens in crypto, nobody gets in trouble for it, but it's harder to enforce because you're self-custodying your assets. So don't fall for it. Keep your head on a swivel. Don't just trust people blindly. Do your own research. Make sure you know what you're getting into. It's important that you guys follow those rules to protecting yourself. Also, just to use BitFlow. Crypto millionaires surge. The number of crypto millionaires has surged past 240,000, according to new data. Rising asset prices and increased adoption are fueling rapid wealth creation in the digital asset sector. While most of these individuals are concentrated in the US and Asia, the trend reflects broader global participation. The milestone underscores crypto's expanding influence on global wealth distribution, though it also raises questions about volatility and sustainability in digital markets. And this right here is my favorite story of the day. Gate launches sBTC. Gate.io announces the launch of sBTC, enabling its 30 million users to access Bitcoin via a layer 2 network. I wonder what layer 2 network that is. The new product is designed to improve Bitcoin scalability and usability in DeFi applications by reducing transaction costs and increasing speed. The listing expands opportunities for users to interact with Bitcoin-based smart contracts, potentially increasing liquidity and utility for BTC beyond its store of value role. This move highlights continued exchange-led innovation in Bitcoin layer 2 adoption. That layer 2 is Stacks, by the way. Stacks has fast, low-fee transactions, proof of transfer security, native Bitcoin rewards when you stack your STX to secure the network and participate. Every 2 weeks, you get some Bitcoin paid to you for locking in your STX and securing the network. And sBTC is programmable Bitcoin on the Stacks network that you can deploy for further yield in a very robust Bitcoin-centric DeFi ecosystem on Stacks. And now sBTC is available on Gate.io. I wonder if this had something to do with the cap lift last week that was kind of quiet. We'll see. Real quick, just want to make a quick note or say a quick word about our amazing sponsors. I should probably just use this. It makes sense. Let's do it. All right. Stacking DAO is the leading liquid staking platform for the Stacks network. Stacking DAO is changing the game by letting users earn up to 10% APY on their STX while keeping their assets liquid. Unlike traditional staking, their unique design means no minimums, and users start earning rewards immediately, so there are zero switching costs when moving from other stacking pools. Plus, you've got options. You can choose to earn your rewards in STX or sBTC, whatever fits your strategy. If you want to start earning yields today, head over to stackingdao.com and jump in. Stacking DAO is where liquidity meets opportunity. And BitFlow is the top DEX on Stacks, letting you trade sBTC, BTC, runes, USDC, and more all in one place by aggregating prices on Alex, Arcadico, and Valar. Recently, BitFlow rolled out flex pools, launching with STX to support liquid staking assets and make it hard for me to say. Offering flexible deposits, smarter rewards, and deeper liquidity. Head over to bitflow.finance today and jump on in. Surf's up. Let me bring on the homies. What's up, GP?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Peace.
GP shows, or does that say Rod? It's just backwards.
Oh yeah, it says Raw. Raw
like
bandana.
Resonating war. Oh my God.
War.
We're in peace up here.
Yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
We have the Don Draper of Stacks Legends with us today. Good morning, Jack. How you doing today?
What's up, guys? Sorry to make you laugh at the beginning of the show. That wasn't
actually that should be a running thing that you guys try to do. I think it would be funny. We could even do maybe like prediction markets on that or something.
do we get a laugh?
Make Peace laugh during the news segment.
Oh, I got my dad joke book. So
nice. Yeah, we'll definitely get into that as well. 300 in the house. What's up, Hunter? How you doing today, brother?
What up? What up? What up, everybody? What's good, Jack? What's up? Good to have you here.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nice to be off work.
And the Tinderly himself. What's up, Tinderly? How you doing today, brother? GP.
Am I getting packed up still? I got my stuff.
GM, sir.
What's up, Tinderly?
What's up, brother? What's up? How's everybody doing today? It seems like it's been a little bit of Oh yeah, good. It does seem like things have been a little slow this morning.
Well, Bitcoin took that giant pullback, from
That's a shakeout, dude. Like
17K to
you know what happened?
You're rugged a little bit, man. You keep pausing, skipping.
All right, let me fix this.
I think it's okay.
Yeah, I think he was kind of skipping, dude. That was just leverage getting wiped out. Like that's all it was.
It was a ton of longs.
Yeah,
sitting there at the top. Like people I just don't understand, why you do that, why you leverage like that.
Greed.
But it always does it ever work out for people? I guess some people hit. That's why they do it, right?
Yeah. No, it's FOMO and it's greed. It's all of these things. Green candles and red candles are just human emotions. That's all they are. And so people get this FOMO and they feel like I know, at least for me, I can speak for my own self. I can see a narrative. I know it's going to play out this way. But you just don't quite time the market right. And you always feel like, I need more exposure. And then, you get wiped out on these leverage longs. But that's what it was. And part of it was, CZ from Binance launched that Aster. It's a competitor to Hyperliquid. It's a decentralized perps exchange, right? And it shot up.
I've only heard the name, and then I saw the price. It was one of the top 3 gainers this morning.
Yeah, dude, huge. On BNB shot up to over $1,000 a piece. Aster was just going crazy, and I don't think it's an accident that you got all these people running to this perp exchange, this decentralized perp dex, and then get super levered long, and guess what? Wipe out, because CZ's worth $81 billion, and you just made him a little richer. So good job.
Right. He can tip the market down, take your losses, and then reaccumulate with them.
Oh, 100%. And it's a strategic time to do that. There's a shakeout. If people are bearish right now, just calm your ass down. Everything's fine.
Sit on your hands.
If you're in spot, you're good. You're good in spot. It's cool. But no, man, that was a pretty big shakeout. But it leverage is hard, dude. Anybody. Oh, by the way, how ahead of the curve was Velar with the decentralized Bitcoin perp dex? You now see the market. EVM is all about decentralized perp dexes now. And Velar was the first on Bitcoin. You're only now starting to see other places being hey, we're going to make a perp dex on Bitcoin. That's how ahead of the curve VLR is. And like they need, they just needed liquidity. That's really what it came down to.
Right. Is that hopefully they're going to get some help.
Yeah. I mean, it would be silly because if the narrative does shift, if people want perp dexes on Bitcoin, and they should, you're perfectly positioned right there, So we'll see what happens. But huge shout out to VLR for being ahead of the curve like that. That's
you get ads, by the way, like awesome dudes, and like the platform is pretty solid.
Yeah. There's GP.
I do know, like, we do need some more liquidity in the space, but I think that's coming too with stuff like sBTC getting listed on Gate.io.
Yeah.
Massive, by the way.
Huge. Very big. You know what I was thinking too? Guys, last night I think it worked well when we went through the news yesterday, GP.
Yeah, I liked it. That was a good
together on that. I wonder if that makes sense to try. I was going to try to do that this morning, but I just didn't.
Yeah, the short timing and let's try it tomorrow and then see how it works. I thought it had a good flow, like just cover the main stacks news, and then whenever we get into the main news,
that's what I totally skipped over a couple of things actually. So let me actually bring this back up for a second. I want to talk about just a couple of things I didn't do. I was eager to get you guys in because I couldn't stop laughing.
I saw Jack and I got giddy. I was like, "It's Jack! Let's go! Yay!" My buddy.
I missed y'all guys, man.
I missed you too, bud.
Yeah, bro.
sBTC. Oh, ETF flows, by the way, yesterday, 363 million in net outflows for Bitcoin, or just under 76 million in net outflows for ETH. So yesterday was a rough day for the market. But I think that was all reflected in Sunday's price action, like we said. So I'm expecting things to stabilize moving into the end of the week. There are a bunch of awesome bounties at Zero Authority DAO right now. Let me actually just show you guys. If you go to zeroauthority.com, zeroauthoritydao.com/bounty, or you just click the bounties button here, you can participate in there was another one that was just listed during the show here with Stacks Wars account. So you got a bunch of things you can do. Jamie's Dog Coin has a few. Stacking DAO has one up there. Mooting Shark has some bounties up there. I think one of they're both about the Spaghetti Punk Bitcoin Whales mint. Got a Leo one, the Stacks AI Guild. Lots of opportunities to engage with the ecosystem and earn a little bit while you're doing so. So go check out Zero Authority DAO. And then I also just wanted to show you guys, this is really cool. BoostX. BoostX has a leaderboard now. Nice new website, by the way. Really love it. And I found something out last night because I was like, wait a minute, how am I not on this leaderboard? I mean, I know some of these guys have been cranking. And then I noticed when I put in my name, I'm showing number 7 and number 4, but I'm not showing on here. And then I realized, hold on. 3halpha.btc.
That's the last one that you. I knew that.
I minted that for Hannah, and I guess the way BoostX works is they just pull the last one you minted, or it might be by alphabetical order. I'm not sure. Dude couldn't answer me last night about it either, and we found out because he was helping out with some. We're working on a V2 for the DeOrganized website, and we were working on some stuff, and the sign-in pulls your BNS name, but it pulls the most recent one. And I have like 30 some odd, thanks a lot, Darth dude. I have about 30 BNS names in my account. But I am on the leaderboard here. This is me. I'm going to have to get that over to the 3H alpha dude though.
You are now 3H, bro. We are all 3H.
Alpha, right? We're all 3H. So I have that. And then I just also wanted to remind everybody about D grants. We have the Blue Sky track space today at noon. $25,000 in our track, total of $100,000 up for grabs for builders building out ways to use Bitcoin with stacks, the leading L2 on Bitcoin. Again, special points or special attention given to those giving us ability to more use cases for sBTC. And again, sBTC just launched on Gate.io. Guys, there's so much cool stuff happening in our ecosystem right now. It's crazy. Do not sleep on stacks. Also, just wanted to shout out. GP, do you have a screen share today?
I do. Right after the Stacks DeFi show at 10 a.m. ET, I will be doing a screen share in the Stacking DAO Discord. We're going to be taking a deep dive into all the things being built. We're going to take the peek at D Grants Cohort 3, see if there's anything new coming out of that. We're also going to be playing some games in the Discord at the very end of it too, just to have some fun. Just a midday, just like blow off some steam, play some simple Discord games, and have some fun as a community for a little bit. So got that going on.
Nice. So I actually didn't have the Stacking DAO show on there either. So Stacking DAO show at 10 a.m. Screen share at 11 after that in the Stacking DAO Discord. Noon is the Blue Sky space. If you're interested in learning more about D grants, jump on in there at noon. We'll talk about whatever. It's an open space. I'm the host of that space. I'm the track lead or the lead steward on that track. So come out and chat with us. It's an easy time, and I'd love to hear more about what people have their ideas about building on Bitcoin on stacks. Lots going on today, guys. Lots going on.
No, 100%. I like 300's goggles, man. Like, it's made me think of like those meta glasses that they're working on for the AR and VR. Like, you do realize that's going to take the place of cell phones, right? Like, that's the next step.
Oh,
like,
hell yeah. Yes.
They're incrementally going between, this to like this in your brain. So like glasses are the next iteration. So I think Honda's over there living in the future.
I'm ahead of the curve, just like you.
100% ahead of the curve, man. 100%. Hold on, let's show. This is actually this is the one he made just a little while ago. He posted this one about Gate. There's the glasses, and there's one. I might have to scroll down a little bit, even though it was just yesterday. Because look at the guy just creates stuff. This is great.
Look at Xenitron.
I love that one. But hold on, this is my PFP. He did this yesterday with the goggles. Dude is sick with the AI, man.
Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. It's a huge talent. And it's a great time to be a content creator in this space in general, right? Like, there's a lot of opportunity. And dude, I saw an app yesterday. Now, it's not on Stacks, but like basically you're going to be able to, they're signing people up for it now. You'll be able to completely vibe code a working app and have it on the blockchain. Like, bam, it's just done. Just vibe coding.
It's really
apps.
So we're working on ideas to update the DeOrganized website, and I want to first shout out Trippin' Monkey. He's done a ton of work for us, but there's stuff he's working on, kind of making it hard for him to just kind of be available to update some of the things that we want to do with DeOrganized. He's working on his Rising Tide protocol, which is really, really awesome stuff. Most of the, a lot of the tools we have on there are from that project. But we're trying to update some things, add some user functionality and stuff. And the crypto dude's helping us out with it. And I kind of went in to ChatGPT and I just talked around in the PRD, chat PRD that Blockface and the Syndicate guys had shown me a while back, and about what I want to do with the website. And I had a call with Crypto Dude. I talked to him about 10 minutes. He's like, I got called to dinner. And he's like, all right, I'll have a link for you probably when you're back. I think it took about 20 minutes. He has an entire website already, can like a model, modeled, but live, still has a lot to go. But in a matter of an hour, he was able to kind of present a lot of what we want to do. And then, of course, there's going to be probably several days and lots of work. Like, it's not only going to take you an hour to make a high functioning website, but the bones, it doesn't take very long to make the bones. And then from there, it's not that complicated to iterate it out. So
it's crazy.
Tremendously. Yeah, it's so crazy.
That's why I get so mad, dude. Like, if I have to use something inefficient in the real world outside of crypto, like if I have to, so if I like on my with my hospice patients, if I have to order them a supply they need at their house, like a medical supply, I have to go to a website that's not optimized for my phone. So basically, I have to use a laptop or something, right? And so I get so mad because I'm like, dude, you could crank. I have friends that could crank out an app for this in like an hour, and you run this whole business, and you don't even have an app, and
Right.
like this is the whole part of your business model. When you get outside of crypto, it makes you realize just how far ahead we are, right? Like exactly what you just said. Like crypto dude could do X, Y, and Z, and we got this, and this. Like the rest of the world's not even close to that right now. Once you separate from this space, it's insane.
So my kids are home from school. I think it's a Jewish holiday or something. We got a holiday, and it sounds like she's having a little bit of trouble with the Wonder Puppy. So I'll be right back. I gotta go.
The Wonder Puppy strikes again.
Never fails. Buddy's always the star of the show. If you did not know. But yeah, dude, there's a lot of stuff being built right now. Jack, have you seen some of the stuff that Crypto Dude's doing? Like he's building he's building a little bit of everything, it seems like. So like stream overlays and now he's got his website to show off the space drops and boosts that are going on. We're cranking on Crypto Knots. It's about time to show you a little bit like how far we've come, man. Been missing you, brother.
No, I haven't got to see any of the DeOrganized stuff at night, dude. Like basically I get home from work and my back's so shot, like I have to get on a heating pad. And
I get you, Bubba. I get you, dude.
Been keeping up.
Get this, Jack. So my sis and them put a swing together in the front yard. It's a big round like seat thing, and it takes two straps to this big ass limb up there. But there was a little tiny baby limb in the way, and the straps just kept hitting it. And I felt like I could stand on the swing and grab it and just pull it down. It had a little girth to it, so I was able to swing and hold for just a minute. And it's like I was giving it a little bit of this, and then all of a sudden, right on the back, dude. Right on the back, dude.
And here's the thing: like when you're a kid, like you bounce, like you hit the ground, you bounce. You're like made of rubber. You're cool, But like once you're a man, like everything's rigid. You don't bounce no more. Right?
33 is a rough one to land straight on the back, dude. I'm glad I landed a little flat. Because if I landed a little to the side, I could have torqued I might need a bacchiotomy.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, man. Like that's seriously like people don't realize, but like a bad fall, that'll screw you up the rest of your life. Like
so when you're old, the body parts takes years to heal, right?
Pretty much.
I injured this finger when I was at the gym. I think 2 years ago, but up to now I still feel the pain. I don't think it's completely healed. So yeah, what you're saying, I totally understand it.
Yeah. No, when you're young, everything just like heals and it's rubber and everything's cool. You're great. And as you get older, like, things like stem cells that you don't have as many of them. There's, none of your body functions work as good as they used to. So it becomes like a way more drawn out process. But it
would be nice if if science could catch up with the sci-fi of our youth, where
Right.
It makes all that stuff for us, and it doesn't hurt as much to be alive anymore.
Right. I'm looking forward to like AI in medicine a lot, and robotics in medicine, like a whole lot. Like I can't wait for that moment where like, and this is what's really cool, because I don't know if y'all covered this yet, but Ethereum, the foundation, worked with Google, and they're developing AI that can autonomously trade crypto between each other. Like,
shit.
Yes.
Massive news, right? So,
Huge.
So this is like really cool, because we're going to get to a part here pretty soon as humans, and especially in the United States, where like AI can do things, but like we have regulations that say no, you can't. But then AI is going to have its own money soon. So it's going to be like,
AI is going to have fuck you money.
Right. Like, regulate this, asshole. Like, what you gonna do?
It's gonna hire its own lawyer and shit, and take it to court.
So you're saying
take that shit to trial.
So you're saying that AI is gonna have its own world where it's communicating among themselves, having lawyers in there, accountants, and a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the AI hospital to get my shit fixed. Like, I don't care if it's regulated or not.
I bet they do a better job.
Guys, start accumulating your stack now too, because I'll tell you, once that UBI comes in, you ain't gonna be able to get it anymore.
No.
Yeah, universal basic income.
They're gonna and those that are actually holding some other self-custodial types of wealth, like Bitcoin, are going to be able to have access to things that other people won't. And that's unfortunate. And hopefully it doesn't come to that. But there's a chance that it will. It's not out of the question here. On the idea of AI and crypto and health, the last 2 Saturdays, we've actually had Graham DePenrose from the Open Code Mission project on. They're connected to and or supportive of Spine DAO, which is a project being built on Solana right now that is incorporating AI and DAO governance into health. Wow. Really, really interesting stuff. And we've talked about them for the last 2 weeks. I was on a show with Nick on Saturday morning. Graham DePenrose. Did I say it wrong? I think I said the word. Graham DePenrose is the guy's name. He's been an activist, a digital warrior, crypto supporter, decentralization, and for ethics within all of these things. So really, really cool stuff. There is tons of stuff actually happening in this realm now.
Oh yeah, and DeSci is such a huge narrative going forward, right? Because of this. Because what you're seeing, like you're watching it happen in real time right now. AI and crypto are becoming like so synergistic, and it's really empowering both of them. And so, like anything you can do with crypto, if you add AI to it, you make it better. And then, like, anything to do with AI, especially like when you start talking about, we don't want super centralized AI. We want to have like, maybe I want my own AI, right? Maybe I want my own, and I want it encrypted. And so, I mean, you have like this synergy happening right now where it's going to explode. But when you take DeSci and you look at that, like that's the thing, like that's the next big thing. We had over a year ago, we were talking about this in the stacks in the stacks TG. We were like, look at AI, look at streaming, look at DeSci. Like these are the places to look forward, and I'd like to see those. I'd like to talk to that guy, because dude, that's going to be massive, because that's where like our medical miracles and other like really big changes that help humanity solve unsolvable problems, that's going to come from that fusion. I truly believe that.
Yeah, I agree, man. So the fundamental principle there is, if you decentralize science, you get a broader you get broader access to information. You get censorship resistance, so good information is not suppressed by players that are well funded and stand to lose from that information being provided.
No,
So,
like it's true meritocracy. Like, if it works, you get paid. If it doesn't work, fuck you, and your welfare that we've given you to sit in your office and waste everybody's time and money.
That's exactly, yeah. And so this is, something came out yesterday. I haven't looked into it very much because I'm not that curious about it, to be honest with you. But something came out where there was a report yesterday that there's a correlation or a link between the use of acetaminophen, Tylenol, during pregnancy and correlation to outcomes of autism.
And you want to hear something fucked up? Like, truly fucked up? Now, by trade, I am a nurse. Most people know this. So what I'm not telling you is hearsay. What I'm telling you is just absolute fact. When you're so take nursing school, for instance. This is like your entry level professional healthcare job, right? Like, so you go in nursing school, one semester you have to take OB and peds, which has to do with pregnant women and babies and young children, right? You were taught that the only safe drug a woman can take when she is pregnant is Tylenol. And if anything else needed to happen, like, she had to talk to a doctor. But like, Tylenol's good. And then you and I have a bunch of kids. So we already know that, like, if we remember back when our wives were pregnant, Tylenol. You could take Tylenol.
Absolutely. Still,
this was what everyone taught. This is what everyone knew. Tylenol's been on the market since the 1950s. Now, we already knew it. We started learning about the liver damage associated with Tylenol about 20 years ago, right? So, like, I get real salty about this because, again, like, and this is why stuff like DSI is so important. But yeah, like, this was supposed to be settled science. I think we've heard that term before, that Tylenol is safe during pregnancy. Turns out it just, it's not at all. Right.
Well, and to be honest with you, I'm not sure if the study is one. I'm not. It's a correlation. It's not necessarily proving a causation. But there is a correlation. It should be looked at. Right. And it's been announced that this correlation and link has been discovered. And there's already this, like, I've seen way more posts on social media this morning about how crazy Trump and Bobby Kennedy are, and acetaminophen is safe, and it doesn't cause autism, and all of this, like, right out the gate. There's not even a chance to consider what they're saying.
Right.
It's being suppressed, right? Because, well, a lot of our media is very much funded by big pharma. That's why you see, like, commercials for the most obscure pharmaceutical, the most obscure medicines that, like, why are they advertising this on CNBC? Like, are there really that many people that need AIDS medicines on watching CNBC? Like, is there really a push for this?
It's a bribe. It's like, you don't talk shit on the news about what we do,
and we'll pay to put this
right.
Actually, right.
It's a bribe.
Exactly. It's right. And if you just look at it if you stand back and look at it, it doesn't make sense that they would actively be trying to market these products. Right. But it does make sense that they would be using that marketing to dictate narratives across the broadcast.
100%.
So here's something cool I just saw on the timeline, fellas. Breaking: Visa, Stripe, and Fold team up for a Bitcoin credit card. Bitcoin spending just went mainstream.
Yeah. Meanwhile, everyone's panic selling. Watch what happens.
Watch. Crazy, dude. Insane to
about
see
PayPal.
People capitulating and all this stuff happening right before the pump. They're dragging us across the coals, and just it just seems like that's what they're trying to do.
No,
Get everybody with the lowest conviction out before they let everything rip.
That's how markets are, dude. Like they're ruthless, and
Yeah.
like they're absolutely ruthless. And again, like people always have better information than you. I don't care who you are. Like you think you operate on the same planet that CZ does, Of course not. And so there's different layers to how good your information is. And again, that's getting to AI. Like the more access you have to better information, the better off you are. And like that's your edge. And so talking about all of these things, like we really have to keep in mind a couple things. One of them is I saw someone post something yesterday that was really stupid. They're like, nobody can get rich in crypto anymore. Bullshit. The market's always going to provide opportunities. Always. Especially now. Like,
you can absolutely. So it's not even about getting rich. It's about storing value and retaining the value that you're storing versus first. Okay. Like, can you get rich beyond this? Yes. But if you just take a strategy of this is how I'm saving, because A, it gives me a place to put my money that's not in my spending account in the bank necessarily, because my bank is my spending account now. That's really what it is. It's not a savings account. It's a spending account.
That would be crazy.
So put that money somewhere else. And then if you hold it in dollars, you're losing value.
Yeah.
You're losing value at like 8 to 10% a year in most cases.
Right.
So how do you preserve that? Well, Bitcoin is a hedge against that. Ethereum's a hedge against that too. There's a lot of opportunity out there to save and just retain value. Number one.
Banks are done, dude. Banks are done. Like that's why they're even like fighting against some of the language in the Genius Act, which they even helped put in there, because they're fighting now. Like they don't want people to make interest on their money, basically, right? And if you can have stables, you can make interest on your money that they're going to otherwise make.
You can make interest on your money, yes, that they're not making interest on first.
Right. Exactly. So like that's but too bad, so sad. And that's why, like, no matter how much they crack down, you have to be bullish about things like Hermetica, where you can have Bitcoin backed, aka decentralized, and these decentralized protocols where you can have things like stables that earn interest. And if you don't like it, you can suck eggs. Like you can't stop it. Like that's and when you get right down to it, that's like the underlying value behind things like stacks. Like there's so much fun and excitement in the market, but none of it matters unless it's decentralized. None of it matters unless you can use it if you want to and nobody can stop you. And
the other thing, it's not just about making money on your savings. That is part of it. But another thing there is, as people start controlling their own wealth and their own money, they become much more aware of the dilutive nature of the fiat debt-based monetary system. And so that becomes less functional. And the reason they have that is so that they can actually extract wealth through the accumulation of assets. So it's the accumulation of assets and the devaluing of the currency supply that other people can't actually compete with them acquiring assets, because they're just trying to earn enough money to live as the cost of living goes up and their income doesn't match because people don't realize, so like
it's awful, dude. Like if people by now post-COVID don't understand how nefarious like all of that inflation that took place in such a short period of time is, I don't know if there's any helping them. But like you simply like cannot be upwardly mobile like with this whole idea of I have a job and I'm going to have a family and I'm going to be able to own things. Like, you can't do that. That's what people don't understand about crypto. That's what they don't understand about meme coins and stuff, is like, you have young people who look at this and they're like, oh shit, this was never going to work. So what's the way that I can like try to get wealthy, like actually try to get ahead? And like, they see crypto, and here's the important thing to keep in mind, guys, because we get so lost in the sauce. Like, for years now, we've been in a market where like your best opportunity to like take a little and turn it to a lot were things like memes. We're not in that part of the market right now. We're in a part of the market right now, especially thanks to, give credit where credit's due, Donald Trump's administration, where people are building really cool shit and really viable businesses, and you can get in that now. You can get in things that are going to be worth hundreds of billions of dollars for millions in market cap now, and you can grow your wealth. And like, but that's what people didn't understand about memes. It's like, oh, memes are stupid, just buy Bitcoin. You can't tell that to some 20-year-old kid who like all of his paycheck is just about gone, just trying to, you know, pay his bills and get by, not being able to save shit. If he's got $20, he's not putting that $20 into Bitcoin. He's putting that $20 into meme coins. Well, right now he can put that $20 into things that are actually not memes, but still have those same value propositions. And that speaks to what you were talking about earlier in terms of like people being aware that this shit ain't working, and then people having the opportunity to say, oh, I need some assets and I need them quickly so that I like have something going into the future, right?
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So it's really cool. Like we're in an excellent place right now. That's why you don't get over levered and get shaken out, you know, especially right on the cusp of huge news like
Not
this.
now. Not
right.
now. Look, so I can't predict what's going to happen. No one can exactly. But I've been paying attention to the Bitcoin crypto cycle, based on the halving, by the way. It's a 4-year cycle based on the halving. We are likely going to see a run up through Q4 this year. What happens after that, I can't tell you. And maybe it won't happen. I can't guarantee it'll happen. I do think it will happen. That come Q4, things will start picking up. Sometime between October and December, we'll see some crazy stuff happen. We will have an alt season. It won't be the same as the last few because there's just too many tokens out in the market. So it's, you know, the fractured liquidity and everything like that. So maybe people should look for less of the lottery ticket come ups and really study the projects that are shipping, that are building. You know, I'm underexposed to Solana, and the price is a little bit up there, but it might be a good idea to start accumulating more Solana. It does seem like they're going to have some ways there.
Like, look at Base. Base is about to release a token.
Let me ask you though: is Base? It's still an Ethereum L2 though, right?
Right. Which, you know, it's an Ethereum L2, and it's, the problem is though, remember rule 1 of crypto, crypto marketing anyway. Big green candles are your best attention getters. And you have protocols being built on Base right now, then communities being built on Base, and people are making money. Like, no shit. And so keep that in mind. But to your point, and this is another thing that's really important to consider. I don't know if y'all saw this yesterday. The Congress is asking the SEC to allow Bitcoin purchasing in 401ks. That's a $12 trillion.
Yeah. If you get 1% of that, it's a huge deal.
Yeah. So like, we really are in a good spot right now. And I don't know. I don't think the 4-year cycle thing. I think it's still going to be important, obviously, because having's important, but it's definitely changed. I would say like 90%. Like we can expect a different kind of way cycles work, and I do agree with you about the split liquidity. Like even on Solana alone, there's like over 85 million tokens. Right?
Is it really that many?
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
Like,
it's impossible. When you look at it, you see the 85 million tokens, but then you look at like Pump Fund, and you're like, oh yeah, like this is a huge revenue generating business that now exists. And so, if I'm going to have any tokens, maybe I want the one that's generating actual revenue.
Right.
You know, and so even on base, like Avantis, like dude, like that's going to allow for decentralized leverage trading of anything you can think of on earth, real world assets, everything. And like you just had an airdrop that made people lots of money and like made some people rich. Like, so you're seeing like you're seeing that kind of stuff pop off. That's when you start looking, you're like, okay, that's why Stacks needs to get off its ass and like TGE some stuff, because that's how you get attention to your ecosystem, right?
There's
like,
definitely some protocols that are due, by the way.
Yeah, like you have to do that. You have to.
Okay, I just want to show you guys. I don't know if you guys saw this. Oh no. Oh wait, hold on, I got the wrong. This is...
I feel like I'm living in the future.
Yeah, that's where we will be there someday.
Ahead of the curve.
Yeah, our backgrounds and everything else will be generated, so it won't look like
we're doing that.
It look like hunters.
Doing that with our virtual avatars. I think like our home base should be like the Vegas house, right? Like we should remodel that as our home base as we do this DeOrganized in VR.
Yeah, we could actually. We talked. Who was it? We were talking about the network state was going to be. Was that earlier, just this morning, or am I? Oh no, it was with Crypto Dude last night. We were talking about the state's going to fade away, and I don't think it's going to be an overthrow. I think it'll just become obsolete as the network state develops, or the network states. You know, not everyone's going to be part of the same collective. You'll still have local governance and local customs and local law and order and all of that, which will be decided locally and funded locally and managed locally. But you'll also have opt-in, opt-out. I don't even want to call it states, like organizations where you can be a part of it if you decide you like that. And if you don't, you can kind of engage in a different one, and different organizations will have agreements and compacts, and you can belong to it. It'll be both competitive and collaborative at the same time, kind of like how Stacks is developing, you know, I mean, and that's the blockchain adds an element where you can know what's going on a little bit more coherently because everything's on chain.
Right. No, and I and another thing I see, and I think there's a way to work this in here. I've become very aware of it, just like since I've been seeing patients. I go all over the place, drive all over the place, and there's a lot of like towns that are dying or dead with all of this infrastructure, right? Like, you could get land, houses, everything just cheap as hell, and everything you need for them already is there, right? Minus maybe some repairs. And I think, you know, this is where you really see the concept of a network state really take off, right? Because
you have an opportunity to organize people,
right?
And then, you know, collectively invest in these underutilized areas,
yep,
revitalize them, and create value together where it's collectively distributed, the value that you're creating. So it's not one guy becoming this giant developer mogul,
right?
and renting everything out to everybody, which, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong. I get in conversations with a lot of people from all sorts of different perspectives, and I entertain their ideas because I want to better understand. Like, I have not concluded on the best way to move forward, and I never will be. I'm always open to changing my mind. But I know a lot of there's a lot of socialists. There's a lot of people that believe in socialism and by extension, a form of communism and statism, where they do see there are problems with the current dynamic. The corporate, I think globally we endure a corporate socialist model. People say it's capitalism, but it really isn't.
No.
But they talk about it as rentier capitalism, and they really, really have a hard time with the idea that somebody that takes the risk to acquire land, develop housing, and rent it out isn't an evil person because they want to rent out property. They're not victimizing the renter. In fact, that person needs a place to stay. They chose to rent that one for a reason because that's what was available in the market. If that guy hadn't built anything, then everything else costs more to those people. So, there's nothing wrong with development. Where do those houses come from? Otherwise, how do houses get built? You got to take risk. So, but we do have a problem where, we have a problem with right now, asset managers like BlackRock buying up a bunch of available residential housing, especially single family housing, and we're turning it into rental housing. And that is detrimental to our society because home ownership is still the number one escalator of people out of poverty and or people to move upward in wealth.
They don't want people in communities, and they don't want people to own anything.
They don't want people to own anything.
So if you could take crypto right now, today, and you get, a group of people together to throw their money in a DAO, right? And be like, okay, now we're going to put some boots on the ground. We're going to find our first town, and you guys are marketing. You guys are going to find the people who would potentially be interested in living here. You can raise the money. You can have the things happen. You can make everything nice, and you can have an opportunity for people to go in and immediately have their own community, right? Quick. So I think we need to see these kind of things. And it doesn't matter what the values are, because when you talk about the network state, the fundamental idea underlying all of it is you just need a group of people to organize around just one thing they can agree on. They just need to agree on one thing, and you just go from there. And so, yeah, but it's stuff like that can and will be happening. I don't see how it doesn't.
Absolutely. I just want to let everybody know the game master has some business to attend to in the underworld today, so there will be no find to earn rounds. We kind of found out late, so we didn't have time to kind of do something else. So we're just gonna keep the conversation going. But if you guys want to, we would love it if you like and share the live stream like you normally do for us. It will still help us, and we need all the help we can get. We are looking to grow, and you guys. I'm talking to our hunters now that have tuned in and are wondering what's going on. You guys are a huge part of our growth and our sustainability with DeOrganized, so we really appreciate you. And we will be back with games tomorrow. And I apologize for not making an announcement. I wasn't sure whether the game master was going to let you guys know or not. But we do much love for all of our treasure hunters and find to earn. We love playing those rounds. It was just kind of a last minute thing. The game master is working on some stuff to actually advance find to earn and skull coin, and it's really cool stuff that we're working on. So
if you want to, you could cook up a post of your own and tag DeOrganized BTC and say what you think about DeOrganized and the chats that come on and the information that you get. And I will be giving away a Bitcoin whale from the Spaghetti Funk Club for a prize. So if you are tuning in right now and you are listening, go make a post about DeOrganized, tag at DeOrganized BTC. I will check out the entries later on today, and I will select somebody to win a Bitcoin well. Let's go.
You guys hear that? You know what? Let me I want to make us post in the Skullcoin chat about that. Or you're in the Skullcoin Sigma chat, aren't you, GP?
I am.
You want to make a post in there about that for those guys? Let them know.
Yeah, let me finish putting this this schedule together real quick, and I'll go drop that in the Sigma chat real quick for everybody.
We already got Isaac making some comment. Like, we have the reason I'm here, the reason I chose Stacks. Well, the guy sitting next to me right here is actually the first reason I chose Stacks, because that's the first person I found in the ecosystem was Jack. I found out about Stacks. I don't even remember where I heard about it. Probably in some Facebook groups that I was in, people shouting it out. And I'm like, oh man, this is like programmability, like on Bitcoin. This is like Ethereum smart contracts on Bitcoin. This is super cool. This is going to win. This is how you win. This is why would you want to do anything off of Bitcoin if you can have Bitcoin finality with all the same functionality otherwise? This is awesome. How do I find out more about it? And I started looking on X, and because he's been so prolific with his writing for so long on Stacks, Jack was one of the first people that came up. And so I started just following him and engaging in his posts. And that led me to, some Discord channels. I found Mr. Wolf. I found Zero from Zero Authority. Super chats, always willing to talk to you. I met 300 and GP from the Node Rocks community that Jack had brought me into. And then by looking for some more information on Stacks, I found Hero Gamer. I came into DeGrant's cohort 2. That's really where I found everybody. But the community here and the level of there's this real honest camaraderie. Like, people are trying to help each other out. And it's not a charitable thing. It's just we're here, we're together, we support each other. It's, you're going to share my post, you're going to like my stuff, and I'm going to like yours, and I'm going to support what you're doing. And if I think I see something that might help you out, I'm going to let you know about it. If you see something that's going to help, you're going to let me know about it. And that's why I'm still here, because it's not just a couple of cool guys. There's a really robust community, a very diverse community from all over the world. It is a global network in Stacks. It's not just US. It's not just US and UK. It's not just US, UK, and Korea, South America, China, Japan. Oh, Nigeria is our number one, number 2 or number 3 audience outside of the US, I think. There's people all over the world that are coming together with various skill sets and just kind of aligning along the Bitcoin ethos, the decentralization, distributed networks, peer-to-peer, trustless, permissionless, open source, borderless development, and providing functionality to Bitcoin on Stacks. We have a tremendous community here, and it reflects in our find to earn games. We got a bunch of meme coin communities that are just putting out funds to sponsor these game rounds. That supports us. It supports Zenny with his Skullcoin page, and it supports our community development. It gives us something to create content around. And then it also gives us the opportunity to use tools like BoostX and promote BNS adoption and promote our friends at BNS1. There's a lot going on community-wise and collaboratively and together on Stacks that I don't see quite the same in other ecosystems when I go look there. And maybe it's because I haven't looked as much. But I haven't seen anything like quite what we have here on Stacks.
No, you just don't. You just don't. You don't see it. Look, Solana is the funniest thing I ever saw. Some guy did a big long infographic, and y'all are familiar with it, like the whole the guy with the pickaxe and the shovel who gives up before he gets the diamonds, and then the other guy with the pickaxe. Well, he did a big infographic about these different blockchains. I wish I could find it. And like when it got to Solana, like the diamonds are over here, and it's like one guy with a pickaxe and one guy with a pickaxe going at each other. And that's exactly what that is. Like if I wanted to launch something, I wouldn't launch it on Solana, because you have a lot of cool shit that can launch and tries to launch there, and people just immediately destroy it.
or just create like 15 copies. So you have no differentiation. They just copy what you're doing. It's all PvP.
It's so bad. And so that's where I think like Base could potentially build. Like I'm worried about Base as a competitor in general.
They got Coinbase, by the way. That's a huge backer. Coinbase.
Right. I get worried about Coinbase as a competitor for everybody in this space, because the name recognition is just as big as Bitcoin, right? And everything, they can do everything. They're building L2s. They got BTC. Like they've got all the connections. They've got the political clout. They've got we don't need an Amazon of crypto, basically, right? And like Coinbase could very well be that. But be that as it may, as individuals, when you look at like, how am I going to like build my stack? You cannot deny like just how much heat they have. So like I think building in stacks is awesome because of the community. I would not try to build something big like in Solana. Now I think Solana, the way they're going to do it is I think they're just like looking at a commercialization, and they're looking at using Solana in ways that people haven't thought about using Ethereum or Bitcoin or anything like that. You can kind of see how things are shaping up. You've got like your financial layers, with Bitcoin and Ethereum. But then when you have something like Solana, you're seeing like this cultural thing, and it's spreading like between the content. And again, like we're on DeOrganized. We're on a stream right now. We're part of like the content in the Bitcoin/Stacks ecosystem. Like culturally, we have a voice and a message, and we have something here. You're seeing a different flavor of that on Solana, which you would expect to see. So I think that like looking at culture and content through the crypto lens makes a lot of sense, because as we become the mainstream, because that's what's really happening, what you're gonna find is there's different kinds of content for everybody, right? Just think of it like watching a TV. You might like Westerns, and I might like music videos. We're gonna get our content from two different places, right? So I think that like we're gonna start to see that happen, especially as like, okay, so one of the things that happened today, and I just recently saw this, that Baby Shark thing, they just like tokenized their IPO, right? So like now the Baby Shark, that whole thing that was such a huge deal a few years ago, the IP has literally been tokenized.
Are we talking about Baby Shark do? Like,
yeah. Yeah. So we've had these discussions about IP and how it's going to look going forward. And so you just had something pretty huge, tokenize their IP. So, and this fits in with this cultural part. So that's why we pay attention to what, not just the cultures and what the different chains are going to do, but we have to figure out how do we benefit ourselves, in this, right? Like I think that DeOrganized is playing a huge part in shaping the culture and the content on Stacks. And I think that there's a lot of opportunity here for DeOrganized going forward, because no one's going to want to watch Real Housewives of Solana or whatever kind of shit they're working on.
Depends on the housewives.
Versus like if you're a DeOrganized viewer on Stacks, you're probably looking more at, I want to learn about crypto, I want to learn about decentralization, I want to learn about Bitcoin, etc. Right? So I don't know. I think DeOrganized is massively ahead of the curve in that regard. And we're going to see more of that happen. But yeah, Baby Shark has been tokenized. I'll have to find like the platform that did it. But I just started following them today because I'm like, okay, this is going to be a big deal.
Is it on Solana or?
I hadn't even looked into it that far.
Gotcha. That's crazy,
Right?
dude. A little viral Baby Shark song getting this far, getting ingrained in no matter what age you are, you know that song, right? So crazy how viral that went, and now they're capitalizing on that.
And we've been having this conversation for over a year when we're talking about like what memes are and what the monetization of attention is, and how like the great IPs are going to come out of crypto as crypto becomes more mainstream. You just saw a mainstream thing come to crypto, like literally, right? So we're going to be the mainstream. We're not. We've always been on this upward trajectory of like counterculture becoming mainstream culture, and like that's just a sign of that happening when you have Baby Shark becoming crypto, right? So we've been so directionally right about so much stuff for so long, and that's why we're ahead of the curve, right?
Thanks for breaking down exactly what ahead of the curve means. Getting the information before anybody else, and we don't gatekeep, man. We're trying to put everybody on. I've been doing a lot of talking about IP creation in the Stacking DAO and Zest Discords lately because I have the Gigaverse. I'm kind of teaming up with Crypto Dude with the to build out the universe for Cryptonauts as well. Anybody can go out there and monetize their creativity. So I feel like I've been doing a lot of talking about like the process of creating an IP, how to iterate and how to, create the lore and, have your characters and stuff like that. But yeah, we need more creators that are willing to spin up their own IP and then, bet on themselves to do some cool stuff.
Yeah, and it's going to happen. It's going to keep happening. And like having those platforms available where you can do that, like right now, like Peace is in charge of the Blue Sky. Like I would be like, all right, let's figure out how we can take this narrative of monetizing IP and tokenize it on Bitcoin through stacks. And like, let's make that shit happen, right? Like
submissions are open, Jack.
We have so much on our plates and so little time. Like we need,
that's a mouthful, man, right there. We're so up against our bandwidth right now.
What we need we need a lane into all of these guys who are participating in like the Stacks hackathons and shit. We need easy access to those guys to help them, like, because these nerds are just making code all the time. They still don't understand culture exists, even as they build the things that participate.
Right, because what makes them
I need a cute little blue-haired like assistant to help me with stuff. Just just like, hey, can you help me stay on track with what I need to do and stuff? Dude, there's so
blue
much.
hair. Are you talking about like an old lady, like GP?
Right, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing like a sweet grandmother,
like Marge. Like Marge,
Marge.
dude. You want Marge to come through. Marge.
Look, I didn't realize Marge was a MILF till I was a grown man.
Just like the underside of the hair, not like the whole get up, but like just the underside.
Marge with her hair. Marge with her hair down is actually like, all right.
Yeah.
Stunning.
I had no idea she was a MILF until like I got older. Like,
oh yeah, she's a baddie.
But that's what we need. Like, so we need access, or they need access to people who can help them figure out cool shit to build, right? And help talk about it and market it. That's massive. But like they get caught in their echo chambers and their own bubbles, and you miss out on opportunities. Because like, again, like this is an opportunity to say, oh yeah, we can tokenize your IP on Bitcoin. Massive narrative. I can't think of anyone in this ecosystem I can go to and be like, hey, I can help you market this. I can help you tell its story. I can help you do all of these things, but I can't build it for you, right? And so we have all of these developers working on stuff. Maybe that's a conversation we need to have with like Adam Hahn or something. I don't know. Like
access to the builders. Well, I'm in the Stacks Ascent DM group now. Like I have access to most of those guys. And
I mean, I would throw that out there immediately, and like that's part of the thing. Like that's where I hope Stacks Ascent is a little more progressive than your typical thing, because it's like, we're going to make your team and we're going to do this. Look, most of you guys don't know how to talk about your shit. Okay. Right. Like you need access to the people who can talk about your shit so that people can care about what you're actually doing. Right. So like,
that was actually part. So they've kind of changed things up, because the initial like phase 1, phase 2 was making social posts about their project and their development and their progress in their project, and well intended, because these guys do need to develop those skills. But I think it was determined that these guys aren't likely going to be doing that. It's like still a roadblock. So right. They've changed some of the model. We're here, guys. We're here. You guys don't need to worry about that stuff. You can come to us and we'll amplify your messaging. And there's more opportunities coming in the ecosystem too.
That's why we need that bridge with like the testing, the AI content, and the marketing. That whole infrastructure needs to be made so that they don't have to worry about that. Like they can build it. They can still have like all of creative control that they need outside of feedback for testing, and then like they have a way to just get this out there, and not have to just kind of decentralize it a bit, right? Like this whole idea of you need a front end coder and a back end coder, and you need a marketing guy who also can handle the business. No, like get your guy who can handle the business, but if he's not a marketer, here's this path where all your marketing can be done, and you're giving up like a small part of equity that helps. Like, oh, and by the way, you're doing something really cool, because like most of the people making all this content, they're in developing nations, and like you're really like you're providing opportunity. So kudos. Can
we shout out Let Africa Build? And
right.
what Tim's developing out there, which was Stacks Labs, and now that name is being used for the main entity that's being developed under the SIP31 endowment. But Let Africa Build is a huge value add project, which is going to, there's a tremendous amount of talent that it's just waiting to be leveraged.
Right.
All over the world. It's not just Africa, but Africa is a prime example. There are like Hannah and Tinderly are both prime examples. They're in our show. They're constantly producing, constantly contributing to the ecosystem in high quality ways, and also developing skills that they're helping other people learn too. We're actually in a great place right now. We really are.
And that's the whole thing, man. Like we should definitely see if we can make some headway there, because I think this could be one of the big things to come out of D grants. Like this whole model that helps, because it wouldn't just help native Stacks teams. It would people who want to come build on Stacks. This would be a huge feather in their cap to not have to worry about, spending all this extra money on marketing and so forth.
Yeah. We're here. And honestly, we don't charge people to come on the show. Right. We do some mindshare marketing. Shout out to BitFlow and Stacking DAO.
Yep.
Huge partners giving us some much needed income to keep this going. And
Yes.
we love having them on here, and we do feel like we provide some value to them. What's up, O'Millie, man? Leo Millie?
Millie, what's good, brother?
Yo, Millie.
Banker. What's the other one he's doing right now? Is there another one? I forget. He's got a couple projects. Banker's one of them, though. He's a big banker guy. He's like the first guy I heard talking about banker.
Yes, he actually sent me some banker back in the
Yeah.
day.
Another one on base, absolutely killing it.
Oh, is it Bankers on Base?
Yeah, absolutely killing it. Like building community as you speak. You know why? Because if you use banker, like, dude, I did like one tweet. I had a banker subscription for a month, and I got an airdrop that was worth like 10 grand.
What?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Right.
Wait, for real?
I had to like sell way more of it than I wanted to pay bills.
So Millie's doing real well.
Yeah.
Good job, man.
There's serious like motion happening there, and people need to pay attention. You know.
All right, so guys, I could chat with you all day, and I don't want to hold you all hostage. It's a little bit after the hour where we usually end Find to Earn, or we're all desperately trying to find the jackpot round, and Zenny's like giving us short countdowns until
he's like, I win.
Good morning, motors.
How to do the laugh.
Good morning, motors. Now we are playing 5 to 8. We are starting off with the roux today. We are looking for a roux.
Find the sheep.
Now we are looking to find the sheep. We should move on the jackpot round tomorrow.
Not the sheep. The sheep.
The sheep. Now we are moving the jackpot round tomorrow.
We have too much fun. We do have a lot of fun here. And I think, part of the reason this works is because we are authentic. We're talking, there was no agenda. I didn't even know Jack was going to make it today. By the way, I love having you on here, buddy. I know you got your stuff, but just always welcome whenever you can. We're happy to have you. But I love having these conversations because they are real. We weren't planning on talking about any of this stuff. It's just what comes up, and these are real conversations and real reactions and real responses. And so let's go around the room. You guys have any? Let's everyone go give us a final on what you got going on today. Anything you want to let the audience know about before we wrap up. Tinderly, I'm going to start with you, man. You still with us?
Yes, sir.
There he is.
You got any final words for the viewers for today? How's Talk app going?
Just stay tuned to my spaces, stay tuned to live streams, and I'm happy to be here with the DeOrganized always, and get to see some gaming content too as well, and just have a nice time chilling with DeOrganized, the best media on stocks and Bitcoin too as well.
Awesome, man. Yeah, guys, if you're not, give Tinderly a follow on X. He's got some really cool stuff. Young guy that's always hustling and cranking in the ecosystem. And we love having you join us, by the way, whenever you can. We love having you on here as well. Hunter dropped off. I was going to go to him next. I'll let Jack Jack, what do you got going on today? Anything people should know about besides flexing on us about not getting into banker?
No, man, like it wasn't even an intentional flex. Like,
no, I don't.
I didn't even know that was going to happen. I did it because I've been experimenting with the AI stuff with trading assistants, and but in terms of what's going on today, I don't know. I'm gonna try to take it easy. I'm doing a lot of fiat mining, and it fucks me up. But Otherwise, I'd like to go hang out in the space with you later because I like hanging out with you guys. I'm trying to help out as much as I can in the D grant stuff as a mentor. I think we have like some good ideas that we can, and we've got the funding. And because at the end of the day, well, even when we're talking about just a minute ago about tokenizing IP and then tokenizing IP on Bitcoin, that's a narrative. That's a strong narrative that we have here on Stacks. Smart contracts on Bitcoin is a strong narrative we have here on Stacks. And we have the community. And we have the community that is like so devoted, right? And so strong without like, we're going to bribe you to come here, right? Like we've never had that. We've just got the vision and the conviction. And so, I'm very bullish. I'm very bullish about sBTC being on Gate. That's the third largest centralized exchange. I'm very bullish about the concentrated liquidity pools coming to BitFlow. That's going to be massive for this ecosystem. So we have a lot going on for us. We just have to keep plugging away and keep being who we are.
For sure, 100%. Hannah, you got any final words for us? Do you have your Jedi sword handy? Because GP does.
Pew, 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 pew. Let's go.
GP, I hope I didn't ruin your final words.
GP was dressed like a Sith, man. Like, hold on. What you doing with that blue lightsaber?
I gotta figure out how to turn. Well, maybe I just haven't been to Mustafar yet. Got my ass burnt up and
I mean that is the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber, man. I'm that big Star Wars.
It is. It turns red too. I just gotta figure out how it does that.
It's supposed to.
It's supposed to. It's got the whole like you hit it and it makes the sounds and shit. But yeah, no, probably going to be cooking with some AI today. I want to be able to make some of these different videos for things within the ecosystem. Big shout out to all the supporters and of the Zest meme coin sprint. We've got Rue, Leo, Flat, Nasty. We've got Peggy, and STSTX. I mean, we've got a real deal.
You got freshman
camp of some real deal founders that are looking to provide value in this ecosystem and extend opportunities to people. So take advantage of that because we are packing our bags in the Zest Discord and getting ready to, just do great things. We talked about IP today and we have some really great ones like Rue in the ecosystem. Leos are that are continually innovating and finding new fun things for us to do. So I just got to give my big shout outs to all of the founders that are supporting, the Zest meme coin sprint. I am going to be doing a screen share in the Stacking DAO Discord at around 11 a.m. ET. So that's when it'll be going down. We'll be having some fun in there. We're going to be deep diving some alpha, looking at what's going on in the ecosystem, so on and so forth. And we'll probably play some games too. So jump on in.
Right on. Jack had a run. The man doesn't stop. He's actually onboarding someone else to Stacks. He's going to meet him in real life. He had to drop before we could say goodbye. But much love, brother. Hope to see you again soon. We'll see you at the space at noon. Guys, Blue Sky Space at noon. Get over to the Stacking DAO Bitcoin Stacks DeFi space. It's happening now. 11 a.m. is the screen share in the Stacking DAO Discord. Blue Sky Space at noon. Lots going on for the rest of the day. Get out and support your ecosystem, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. And we do promise we will have fine to earn rounds. But there's an opportunity. If you're in this Skullcoin Sigma chat, GP made an offer that you guys should not refuse. There's an opportunity there to get one of those fly Bitcoin whales from the Spaghetti Punks. I am PeaceLoveMusic. We are DeOrganized Media, coming at you live on Bitcoin Live Decentralized Broadcasting every Monday through Friday. Thanks for tuning in today. You all have a blessed rest of your day. I love my guys.
Peace, guys. Peace.